Okay, here we go. I believe we're ready. So let's go. This is for you, Pisces. Wow. I am a Pisces, I'll admit it, and I always have a hard time reading for myself. So I welcome all of you Pisceans who've come in to join me. Let me say hello. Here I am. Let's see. Do we have a better shot? Nope. There we go. That's it. The best it gets right now. We're doing our best with all of this stuff. I just want to thank you for joining in. If you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe because I'm growing the channel so I can read for you more and more and more. In my old age, this is my big time hobby. And I'm loving it. I really am having a good time. And I hope I'm giving you good information that is useful to you and is helping you on your journey. Now, Pisces, wow, we've had a tough few years behind us, right? And everyone I've been hearing read for Pisces has been saying, wow, this is the month, this is the month. And I'm so excited, but I'm a little apprehensive because I don't like to put too much into it. I like to just kind of trust the universe is in its perfect timing, bringing me what I need to do to move forward for my highest, look at that, for my highest and best. But sometimes it needs a little push. And I feel like with the energy, the solar flares you've all been talking about, the 5 planets retrograde, right? The super moon, we've had some crazy, crazy energy. And it's held some things back, I think. I think it's pushed some things forward. It's made communication sometimes a little bit more difficult. I don't know why this is so close all of a sudden, but it is. So I'm just going to go with it for Pisces, and then I'll try to work and adjust it, make it better for the other signs. See, Pisces, we got messed up again. But I do want you to know that I am putting the best intentions for us. I'm going to pull a lot of cards for us. And I'm going to do things a little differently than I have in the past for this month. I don't know why, but I'm placing them face down. And I'll show you all the decks when as we finish. These are the Archangel cards. Now, if you've been having trouble sleeping, if you've been having trouble focusing, no, you're not alone. If you've been a little grumpier than usual or a little more emotional than usual, you're not alone. It's the energy for sure around us. If you've heard about ascension energy, then know that we are also feeling the effects of that. So it's very, very important. A couple of things. Drink a lot of water. Stay grounded. What does that mean? Get outside, touch the ground, touch the plants, hug a tree, whatever you have to do. Hold your crystals. I had a friend who I thought had a boob job a while back, and because the last time I saw her, she was kind of flat, and then all of a sudden she looked kind of ample. And come to find out, she had her bra loaded with crystals. Honest to God. It was the funniest thing. It was heavy for her to pick up her bra, but you could hear the crystals in her bra. But she wanted as much amplification of good energy and protection from bad energy. She was all into it. So God bless her. So you could do that. I mean, you could place your crystals in your pockets or anywhere else that you choose to. Choose your crystals wisely. And what does that mean? I don't believe you can go wrong. I believe that if you put good intention into a crystal, it doesn't even have to be a special crystal. It could be, this is a tourmaline, a piece of a tourmaline, but you could pick a rock up. Here's one that I did. I picked this rock up a while back because it was black, and I love my black rocks. I just like, not just because of they absorb negativity, but I just like the looks of black rocks. And I put all good intention, I sit it out in the full moon or in the sun. I let it absorb that purification energy. This is a very interesting one a friend Jordan gave to me not too long ago. And it's very, very interesting. This was mined in upstate New York, which was interesting. So I was excited to receive that. So use your crystals, get out in the atmosphere, hug a tree, touch the ground, be with Mother Earth. These are life purpose cards. So I'm going to really go in to see what, oh, look at that, underlying energy, crystals, and we're talking about crystals. So it is important that we talk about crystals. Energy cards. Yes, let's do the energy cards for Pisces. The other thing you can do is use sage and frankincense or Palo Santo to clear your energy, and that might help calm you down. Do a little workout before bedtime. That sometimes helps. Salt water baths, Epsom salts, or in the shower, use your salts, any kind of salt to clear the energy, help you be grounded. Try to get sleep. So people are telling me they're waking up at, between 3 and 5, which is, it's a very popular time to wake up because that's when spirit is very active because we're quiet and they can teach us and give us information. I love not knowing what's here, but now I'm getting a little nervous because this is my reading too. So Pisces, let's all put some good mojo here. And then the Pulp Tarot. And if we need clarification, I'll look for clarification. But I'd like to just do a simple reading for the rest of November. I did a little bit of the beginning of November, from the end of October into November. So if you missed that, it's on my YouTube channel for sure. And if you can, like and subscribe and share so we grow. The more we grow, the more live events I can do in which I ask the universe to give you more detailed answers that you write in your own questions, and I will answer them live. That's a lot of fun. I've been AWOL a bit because I had pneumonia this year, and I am a singer, and I've had to be very careful about the usage of my voice, my vocal cords are still in good shape with all the coughing I've done, but I don't want to chance it, okay? Not that I'm giving any big concerts anywhere, but I do. If I have an opportunity to work, I want to be up and ready to go. So here we go. Now this is going to be interesting. I'll put the camera right on the cards so you can see as I turn them over. I'm going to save the Archangel card for last, and I'm going to save the Archangel Michael card for last. So I'll do these two at the very end. Why? Because they usually sum up the reading itself. For some reason, they seem to just bring everything together. All right, here we go. Let's see. Oh, look at that. All right, so let's start with our tarot, our angel tarot. Awesome card. Very first card, Ace of Cups. Whoa, so this is good, and I'm much happier with this than one of the readings I saw earlier today from someone else, and it was there were a lot of swords everywhere, and it looked a little angry, but it ended up being an okay story as far as love. Now, love in general. So Pisces, because I'm reading for everyone, right? This is a general read for Pisces. This may pertain to your workplace, this may pertain to your love life, or this may pertain to your family, your children, or your siblings. But things are, when you receive the Ace of Cups, it's like receiving a gift, I feel. When I see that, I always see the dolphin there as a joy coming in, or a good friend, right? New possibilities. And she's in the water and she's holding the cup. So just the fact that this is a reading for Pisces and we start off with a water card, I know that spot on, angelic realm. We're right there. And this is also about you, Pisces, being able to bring love into any situation in your life, whether it be your job, your work, your home, your family, your extended family, your friend circle, being able to work out things in a very, very positive way. Okay, now I mentioned ascension earlier in Pisces. This is the sign of, we're the healers, the light workers, we're the intuitives, the psychics, the mediums, so the empath. So know that we're in a time, actually I heard one astrologer say that there hasn't been formation of the planets like this in 6,000 years. So whatever's happening this month, it's going to be quite extraordinary. And we, Pisceans, are at a point where our gifts are opening up, expanding. I know I've been getting interrupted in the middle of the night too, but it's more where I've had to sit up and say, okay, what did that mean? What am I learning from this? What were they trying to teach me? And I do feel that they find us in a teachable frame of mind when we're asleep, because we're not interfering with our egos or with our questions or any of that. We have to absorb it, we have to take it in, and then we get it, right? So the Ace of Cups. This could also mean a new beginning, because ones are new beginnings. So this could be the beginning of a beautiful new relationship, a beautiful new job, moving to a new home, a new environment, or reaching a new level of understanding. Maybe, and everyone was saying the last few weeks with all the solar flares, people have been arguing, people have been curmudgeons, right? So perhaps now it's time to bring love into the situation and to heal those wounds. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Queen of Pentacles. Now, we're the Queen of Cups, Pisces. However, getting the Queen of Pentacles, now this could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo entering your life. It doesn't have to be necessarily female, but it's a queen. It's someone who's established, someone who's quite accomplished, but very practical, and definitely a money maker. But in this read, I feel this is letting us know, Pisces, that money situation's going to get better. Pisceans aren't always known for their money, their abilities to make or hold on to money. We like to give it away. We like to, feed all the cats in the world. So know that with the Queen of Pentacles here and with the Ace of Cups here, I feel that we're on a very good trajectory. Pay attention to what's around you. Bring as much love into every situation that you can. And the Queen of Pentacles energy is helping you to maybe look at your finances in a loving way. Maybe become more frugal or a little more attentive to where the money goes, how you're spending it, what's your sore point, what do you need to pay attention to? Okay. 6 of Wands. That is victory. So 3 beautiful cards. Now, the 6 of Wands, I always say it's victory on all fronts. And we've been talking about work, relationships, home life. We've been talking about more than one thing for Pisces. So victory on all fronts, this beautiful 6 with the 1 is talking about balance coming in. So I really like that. Really like that for us. Wow, that's good. Life purpose. Wow, look at that. Infinite abundance. I like the word infinite. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. And I really feel that that is the mantra for this 2025, getting us ready for 2026, a 9-year going into a 10-year. If you're not doing what you love, you better change what you're doing. If you're not using your talents and your gifts, you better get aligned to that, because that's what you're meant to be doing. That's what will bring the abundance, and that's what will help you move forward. Spiritual teacher. You heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. Okay, so that answers my question. I have to say, of all the things I've ever done, and I've had a lot of careers in my lifetime, and music has always been, I'll say, 80% of everything that I've done. However, I love teaching Reiki. I just love teaching anything about energy. I love doing the classes. So this really clicks with me. And it does answer a question about something that's coming up possibly for me. I hope to see it here somewhere. But for you, does it mean you have to go out and be a teacher? Does it mean you have to get your 90 million certificates? I know some people do, right? No, but teach by your example. If you're bringing love into every situation, if you're addressing your if you're addressing your weaknesses, which for Pisces lately it has been, finances haven't been great, so you've had to, I've heard it from a lot of Pisces, like you make $1,000 and then your car costs $1,500. Something fluky happens. Those are the stories I've been hearing over and over again from Pisces. It's like I get $10 in and I got to turn around and hand out 20. It's like you can never catch up. Well, it looks like the universe is saying, okay, enough of that. Now it's time for you to be in the plus column. So whatever it is that you're doing for your work, and hopefully it's in alignment with what your talents and gifts are and what you love, what your passion is, you could be a school bus driver and be an amazing spiritual teacher. I know, because I had a school bus driver who was an amazing spiritual teacher. And I recently met a young man I read for, and he went from his corporate job, he was all stressed out. He got his license and he's driving a school bus, and he says, my favorite part is helping the kids believe in themselves. Now imagine on the way to school, your child is in a bus with somebody who's talking about having confidence and believing in themselves and feeling good about how they look. And isn't that a gift? That's a spiritual teacher. Okay, so no matter what your line of work is, you can be that example. You can be that shining light. Teaching. You inspire young people to learn. How funny. So there we go. And it doesn't matter. Does it mean you have to go get your teacher certificate and be a teacher? No. I know I used to I would volunteer in my son's elementary school, and I said, oh, thank God, because I was thinking of going into music ed, and I said, yeah, I don't think teaching is for me. I like one-on-one or small groups. I don't know how those people do it. Teach all our bratty kids. It's not an easy job. It's a rewarding job, though, and Pisces would be excellent at teaching. So maybe that's your thing. Do it. If not, be it. Do you hear me? Be it. Be the teacher. Be the example of love and abundance and giving and forgiveness and gratitude. That's your goal. That's your goal, Pisces. To be that shining light for others so they can find their way. Okay, energy. Some of them are upside down, but this isn't the kind of reading where I'm reading things in reverse. I don't care about that in this reading. 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Well, this is appropriate for Pisces. I said that your psychic abilities, your intuitiveness, everything is expanding right now, and this is a little validation of that. And it's a 4. So talk to your angels, ask them for guidance, ask them to help you open your third eye, ask them to clear your chakras. Sometimes when I'm really tired, I'm doing my self-Reiki, I'll cheat a little and say, Archangel Michael, please clear all my chakras, get everything functioning and beautifully so I can have a nice good night's sleep. So I call that a little cheating, but they want us to ask them for help. So get more in touch with your third eye. How can you work on it? I get that question. How can I let my third eye open up? How can I expand my third eye? There are even vitamins and stuff that you can take to help decalcify your pineal gland and all that jazz. Look, it is a gift, and every human being has the ability to see, to have clear vision. Some more than others, because it's just like some people can run better, some people can I don't know, dance better. Everybody has a better ability at something. We're not all equal in that. It's not like if everybody was a great runner, why bother having races? With the third eye, and I see a lot of competition, like with people when they're telling you, well, I get this kind of vision, and I get color, and I see things like this. Even with that, the third eye opening up, it's different for everyone, and it changes. When I first got visions, I saw people, and it scared me when I was a kid. I thought everybody. Then I saw big auras around people, and then that kind of freaked me out because I thought everybody could see them. And when my friend said, no, I can't see what you're seeing, kind of freaked me out. I thought there was something wrong with me. And then as I got older, I would just get like comic strips of visions. And then I said, okay, those are too small. I need something bigger and more clear to understand. So if you ask your angels to work with you and you ask how you want to receive the messages, some people are clear cognitive, they just know. Some people are clairaudient, they hear things but they don't see them. Clairvoyant, you see. Everyone has a different ability. Some people have it all, and some people work at it. How do you work at it? You get quiet and you talk to your guides as often as you can. And when I say get quiet, I mean get out of the way. Stop asking, when is it going to happen? How is it going to happen? What's it going to be like? But as it comes through, if you're not comfortable with how the messages are coming to you, ask for it to change. And believe it or not, guys, they listen and they'll do what you ask. Envy. Ooh, this is an interesting card to have here. Spiritual teacher. Abundance coming in. Pisces, sometimes you make things look so easy, like this Queen of Pentacles. You make things look like nothing's bothering you. You can carry on. You can have the worst thing happen to you, and then you'll carry on as if there's nothing going on, and everyone thinks, wow, they got it all together. Pisces is a little bit like the magician in that way. They're tricksters sometimes. And sometimes there's a lot of envy around that kind of a personality. So watch it. And watch your own intentions and your own integrity. When you go after something, or when you claim to want something, or you state to the universe, this is what I want to do, what is your intention behind it? Is it to prove someone else wrong? Is it to show up your neighbor? Is it to show up your brother? Or what's your intention? And if your intention has anything to do with this, envy, there will be no success in that arena. Maybe initially there will be, but not in the long term. It never lasts. It's like, putting fake gas in your car. It might run for a little bit, but then boom, you'll stop. So watch your intentions, check yourself, check your integrity. Look at this, victory. You know what? I guess all those other card readers are right. This is going to be a good month. We have the 6, victory, and then we have 28, which is a 1. 2 plus 8 is 10, which is 1 plus 0, it's a 1. We started with the 1, we end with the 1. That's a new, we're not ended yet, but that's a new beginning. So these 9 cards here are very, very promising as far as I'm concerned. Ooh, now let's see what the Pulp Tarot says. So, do you get that? Victory, victory, victory on all ends. Watch your intention. Shine your light for others. Help as many people as you can in life. Give them a lift up. As many as you can, even if they say they don't need it. Send them energy. Okay, Knight of Wands. I already told Spirit I wanted everything upright. So if they came upside down, I'm turning them upright. So Knight of Wands, this is something coming in. It's coming in fast, maybe even unexpected. Could be a new job offer. Could be a new love interest. Maybe it's this new home that this Ace of Cups is saying. A new friend. Maybe it's a new car. Knight of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Now remember, when you have this infinite abundance and when you're busy being the spiritual teacher and juggling all the things in your life that are coming to you now, make sure you remember to balance your life, your time versus your effort. It's very important. If you do 20 hours of effort, and then you only spend an hour with your family having fun, it's not good. That's not good. You want to make sure your life is in balance, and that too will bring. When you're in balance, it's funny how the material world, the finances, infinite abundance, Ace of Cups, victory, victory. When you are living in balance and true to yourself, it's amazing how things flow to you, not from you. High Priestess. Well, Pisces, that is who you are. You are the High Priestess. And this card here, as the last card, is saying, take a moment. Take a moment to take all this in. Take a moment to sit in reflection. Take a moment to, check your life out. Where are the weak spots? And now you have the energy coming in from the universe to make adjustments. And whatever it is that you set out to change, to enhance, to shine a light on, will be successful. I love that. Let's go with Archangel card first. Wow. I love it. There's the Ace of Cups. Here's a 1. Another 1. Here's a 1. Here's a 1. Here's a 1. And a lot of major arcana cards too here. Manifest your dreams. You are ready to go, Pisces. There's no need for additional preparation. Take the first steps toward the changes you desire, and that's going to be coming from your quiet time of reflection, trying to get clarity on what it is you want, where it is you're going, what your be, do, and have is, right? Take the first steps towards the changes you desire, even if they're small steps. Notice signs that guide you in the right direction, as well as resources and support that miraculously appear. I don't know if you can see that card. So, there we go. That's a beautiful card. And Archangel Michael, shield yourself. Oh, I've never seen this card. Shield yourself. Well, there we go. There's the warning. So I was looking at Pisces, maybe, having the wrong intention. But initially I said, people get a little jealous. They think you got it all going on. They don't realize the inner struggle and the weight you put on your own shoulders sometimes, Pisces, to be the beacon of light, to be the spiritual teacher, to be the example of high integrity. It's sometimes an overwhelming task, okay? Because we are earthly beings. We're souls having an earthly experience. So make sure you are setting boundaries. You are taking care of you first. And I don't teach protection, and I know that many methods of alchemy are about protection. I always teach my students, expand your light, create a beautiful bubble of light. I know one lady I follow, Shanta of Mystical Fortunes, she talks about a beautiful Teflon egg and she decorates it with crystals and jewels. And whoever it is, she surrounds in that light. So make sure you shield yourself, especially as things become easier and easier. People do get jealous. They get envious. And that creates negativity and that can slow down your own progress. So pay attention to that and make sure you are always living in gratitude. This is November, the month of gratitude. I looked at the underlying card for this row, and it's the Queen of Swords. So Queen of Cups didn't come up, but the Ace did, so I'm happy about that. But the Queen of Swords is telling Pisces, it's time for you to release anyone and anything that isn't for your highest and best. Anyone who is trying to keep your voice unheard, keep your talents at bay, minimize your successes. It's time to let them go, okay? Any situations, work, or maybe the home you're in isn't vibing with you, it's time for a new home, make the change. Make the change. Going into 2026 is a perfect time. Next year is a 10-year, new beginnings. Endings lead to new beginnings, so make sure. What's underlying here in the Pope cards? Oh, the Knight of Pentacles. So we have the Knight of Wands coming in, unexpected adventures possibly, unexpected possibilities. And the Knight of Pentacles could be an actual person. If you're of this age, would be, not a young man, but maybe late 20s to early 40s. And or it could be an offer coming for you. Maybe a new job offer. Maybe you're going to get a great offer on your house and you'll be able to sell it at a profit. So pay attention to those things. Pisces, we've got an incredible month ahead, actually till the end of the year. I have a feeling December is going to be even more exciting. Things are going to speed up because of the ascension energy coming in. And if you listen to Edgar Cayce or Diane Cannon's premonitions, they all talk about the ascension time being right around December 25th. So how do you get on board with that? How do you know you're part of that higher evolution of psychic consciousness? Well, do your work. Be humble, be grateful, be forgiving, be kind, and help others. Help others. Whether you're an actual teacher or not, sharing your knowledge is as generous as sharing, money for a coffee. It really is. So be the example and enjoy your victory. I'm excited about this. This is one of the best readings I've gotten in a while. So Pisces, thank you for joining. I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. And we're celebrating ours earlier this year. It happens because my son has a crazy schedule, so we go with it. It's as long as we spend a day in gratitude and remembering how we got here and all the trials and tribulations that we've overcome, right? All the tests we've gone through, all of the teachings that we had to get through to be here. Remember, this is our month, so enjoy it. Thanks for being here. Be sure to like, share, and hit that notification bell so when I do a live read, you can be a part of it. Pisces, thank you so much for joining.